Hello all, and welcome to SUGIMOTO Shiitake's Exploring Umami Using Shiitake Powder. Today, we will talk about unlocking one of the secrets of Japanese cuisine, the Umami Booster, Shiitake Powder. The umami of shiitake powders triggers a harmony of natural flavors. Shiitake powder brings out the best taste, not by masking or adding another flavor. This is unlike some of our competitors who add salt, seasoning, additives, and other herbs. We are not saying masking or adding another layer of flavoring is bad. Still, a pure umami booster is a more delicate, subtle, and elegant taste sensation, which we wish to explore with you today. Today's presentation will include three main sections, a first and second tasting, and a quick explanation of what is umami. The first tasting will demonstrate how the finer grains of shiitake powder boost the umami taste quickly. The second tasting will show how the larger, coarser grains leave an even deeper umami flavor after a 10-minute blooming. Let's start with the first tasting. Please mix well 1 tablespoon of mayo with half a teaspoon of shiitake powder in a tasting dish. Next, add 1 tablespoon of mayo without any shiitake powder in another tasting dish. This will be the control sample. Before doing the first tasting, please remember to leave enough for the second tasting. Now taste the control sample and next try the one with the powdered shiitake. What did you taste? Did you enjoy the taste by adding shiitake powder? Yes? Maybe? No? What kind of foods do you think adding shiitake powder would be best? Please describe what is the taste difference or the umami flavor after adding the shiitake powder. While we wait for the umami to bloom, I would like to discuss what is umami. Umami is recognized as the fifth basic taste. Taste receptors in the middle of the tongue react to glutamate, an amino acid indicating the presence of protein in our food. This is the basic umami taste. Most, if not all, foods have some glutamates present. You might be interested to know that glutamate is the most abundant amino acid in mother's milk, creating perhaps our first encounter with umami. Guanylates, GMP, from dry shiitake intensifies the umami taste, the umami booster. Umami taste is often mentioned to be savory or leaving a meatness in your mouth, so it is not really an individual taste, but enhances your food flavors and the ingredients you used. An aftertaste, a long finish of taste echoing across your tongue and mouth. Shiitake powder can be considered as the third umami. First is glutamate. Second is adding the umami booster, inosinate. This is better known since it is often used in the traditional Japanese dashi, where the kombu, dried kelp, provides glutamate, and the niboshi, dried fish, provides inosinate. The third is the umami booster provided by GMP or guanylate of dried shiitake. This is a stronger umami booster said to boost umami 6 to 8 times. Guanylate, however, is not as well known. Why is this so? Because guanylate umami is quite rare in other foods. Dry shiitake has the most of all natural foods. Please note, fresh shiitake does not contain much guanylate. Shiitake must be dried and then rehydrated to produce guanylate. For a list of umami-rich ingredients, please refer to the information available in the following QR code. Enough about the science of umami, and we will move on to the second tasting. The first tasting demonstrated a quick reaction of the fine-grained powder with foods. The second will show how the blooming of larger, coarser grains provide an even deeper flavor on your tongue. Our shiitake powder delivers both types of grain sizes, which our competitors do not offer. Now let's go on with the second tasting. Please try the control sample without any shiitake powder, and then try with shiitake powder. Did you notice a deeper, longer-lasting taste different from the first tasting? When possible, we suggest that you should place shiitake powder in water for 10 minutes to bloom, which will greatly add to the umami taste. We truly believe shiitake powder boosts the umami of many foods. Maybe mayonnaise is not the best example, so try it with other gourmet foods that go great with wine. Please explore using shiitake powder with many different foods to improve the umami. Experiment with sauces, condiments, soups, stews, especially seafood, which go great with shiitake powder. For a great steak, or any other meats or fishes, sprinkle half a teaspoon of shiitake powder and let it marinate for 10 minutes before cooking. You will be pleasantly surprised by the boost of umami taste. For other suggestions on how to best use shiitake powder, use this QR code on the shiitake powder package to access 20+ recipes. We would like to remind you why we think SUGIMOTO shiitake powder is so good. It is 100% pure Japanese shiitake powder, salt-free with no additional flavoring or additives. Boosts only the natural flavor of your foods. Guanylate in dried shiitake is the most powerful umami booster. Provides a delicate, deep, and elegant, long-tasting finish to your foods. So why should you choose SUGIMOTO shiitake? Because we truly believe our shiitake is the best tasting and textured with the deepest natural umami. 100% forest-grown naturally on Japanese sweet oak, which is the best growth medium for shiitake in Japan. 100% environmentally suitable and local community friendly. We work with over 600+ local growers. This is compared to our competitors, which grow shiitake on sawdust fungal beds and in artificial greenhouse conditions, which produces inferior and less tasting mushroom. After cutting down the trees for logs, the trees will grow back from stumps and undergo a 15-year life cycle. We have provided 2 documents produced by an independent Japanese food laboratory that certifies 3 important aspects of our shiitake. First, highest vitamin D content of any non-meat food product. Second, no radioactivity, for those of you who might be worried about the aftermath of Fukushima incident. And third, no microbes nor bacteria. We are not recommending you to eat it raw, but it can be done. Not something we would recommend you to do with our competitors' shiitake. Thank you so much. Do drop us a line if you have any questions and comments. Stay healthy and safe.